Hello everyone, this is Chrism, and I'd like to invite you to another conversation about your Kundalini awakening process right here. We are in Ireland. We are on top of a complex burial chambers from about 5,000 years ago. These people had, as you're sitting here where I am right now, you can feel an energetic quality, a signature, as I mentioned in some of the other videos, of the residue of energy of these peoples, regardless of the fact that they were here doing what they were doing 5,000 years ago. The Kundalini will tie you into this, so I want you to be aware of that. I want you to understand how you can feel at an ancient site that may bring on visions or may bring on energetic surges going up your spine. This is natural, this is normal for the Kundalini. We are going to go in to this area. We go in with extreme respect. We go in with the idea of educating and honoring, educating ourselves and honoring those people who erected these structures. There haven't been very many archaeological excavations in this area. If you go that way for a ways, you'll run into Newgrange, Ireland, where they've done extensive archaeological excavating, but not here. Not here. Here, you just have to go down, and you have to get a key, and you have to get permission, and then you drive up, and then you walk up, and then you come to these amazing sites. This particular burial site may have been the burial site of one of the big kings of Ireland. He's got this really long Gaelic name, and I can't pronounce it, so my apologies. But he was one of the great kings in the past. That is one theory. The other theory is this may have been part of Queen Maeve's jurisdiction back in 5,000-6,000 years ago, and this deals with the Tuatha De Danann, or the Tuatha De Danann, as the Irish people say. The Tuatha De Danann were the people of the hills. These are also commonly referred to as the people who became the fairy folk in Irish legend. These people had special skills. These people came out of the north. These people had a battle with another group of people called the Fomorians. And they conquered the Fomorians, and they held sway over Ireland for thousands of years before they themselves were conquered by another race that came. I believe it was the Milesians, who came from Spain, so many centuries and centuries, thousands of years ago. In regards to the Kundalini, sometimes you can ask your process, what's going on here? What's going on here at this side? Tell me what this is about, and you'll get visions. You'll get a knowingness-based quality answer. It won't be anything that you'd read in a book. For some of you, it may be a voice that you hear. For others, like myself, it's just this quality of knowingness. It's like, okay. All right, I understand. I get this. Okay. So this is pretty much what I do at any of the ancient sites I go to. These sites are very much similar in age to the Nuraghi or the Nuragic sites in Sardinia. And once again, the Sardinian Nuraghis were water worshippers. Water was the divine entity for them. With regards to Ireland and the Tuatha De Danann, they had other qualities. They had other Kundalini-based or Kundalini-activated type of skill sets that nobody else really around here had or continues to have. And these skill sets have been the birthplace of the legends of the fairies, the legends of Banshee, all the basic ideas and legends and stories that we have from Irish myth are here and based upon these people. So let's go in. Thousands of years, these places have withstood the ravages of time and of weather, and they've been relatively secure within the privacy of soil. And then, of course, these walls here, these have been exposed, and some people have come up and they have uncovered the top so that light filters down into it, which of course lets water in. So these may not last another 5,000 years because of that, unless of course people come in and take care of them. Now I'm going to go into the crypt. Here we are. And I'd like you to have a look at these swirls and these crosses. Swirls. These are indicative of the divine feminine. The divine feminine follows curves. She's not typically a straight line. The divine masculine is often the straight line. And so as you look at some of these carvings here, you see that people are acknowledging in their own way an aspect of the divine feminine, goddess or divine entities that they gave homage to. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 concentric circles around a dot. And if you have followed any of my teachings about the Kundalini, you'll know that the 5 concentric circles would relate to the 5 bodies of human expression: the physical, the mental, the emotional, the psychological, and the spiritual. And as we continue in, I'm going to have to use a flashlight or a torch so that everybody can kind of get an idea of what we're seeing. Are you ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Come on in. Oh, God. Come on in. There you go. I'd like everyone to acknowledge Amelia, and I'd like to thank Amelia for doing this filming and for providing the transportation and all of the requirements that made this trip possible. So thank you, Amelia. As we turn to the right, we shine into this room, and we can see some of the carvings. If you can swing it around that way, there you go. You'll notice there are 3 carvings. That's fine. 3 carvings. And you'll notice that there are 3 chambers. As Amelia moves the camera to the left here, there's another chamber here. And we'll show you the carvings there. You'll see flowers. You'll see 8 petals. 8 petals being a very, very repeated pattern here. And you'll see flowers upon flowers. And up here on the ceiling. And then down on the walls. And then back out. And as we continue to the left here, we have another chamber with another series of carvings. And then as we back out, 3. The ancient Irish were very, very, very appreciative of the Trinity. Not strictly within the Christian sense, but more within the idea of the two that are one and the one that is two. And that equals Kundalini, my friends. These chambers are as much a homage to the energy that these people had about them and the knowledge that they had through that information, through that energy within them, as it is about a resting place for the dearly departed. We cannot assume that science has the answers here, because even science admits that these places have not been fully understood at all. Actually, a tiny, tiny fraction of what these places represent have been understood by science. Not saying science is wrong, or completely incorrect on any of their assumptions, but it is not the only answer to what is going on here at these tombs, or these galleries, these honorings to those who have passed. What they typically did is they burned. They found burnt human remains in some of these, and they presumed that because they were burnt human remains, that these people were incinerated, and their remains were left to honor. And that may be so. But from a purely Kundalini energetic standpoint, I will suggest that there's far more going on here energetically, Kundalini-wise, than science, until it begins to recognize Kundalini, will ever be able to understand, until it recognizes Kundalini. And so, coming to you from Ireland, from Amelia.
Hello. Goodbye.
From what's the name of the place?
Sliabh Na Cailli.
Sliabh Na Cailli. I thank you all for watching, and I thank you, Amelia, for filming.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.